What happened? Did we lose Tim? Oh, Tim's going. You're going to deal with Joe? Okay, awesome. Okay, so we're going to warm up for a few more minutes, and then we're going to get started, okay? A few more minutes, and then we're going to get started. Awesome. We're going to warm up for a few more minutes, and then we're going to get started, okay? A few more minutes. All right, so we're going to warm up for a few more minutes, and then we're going to get started, okay?
I took the paddles out of there and I put them over there. And I didn't have permission, but I did.
Oh, hang on. It's your last name's White, isn't it?
Yes.
Patterson and Hollabaugh forgot the cards here. So I think that's Kate
That's
and
James Oliver.
James Hollabaugh. Yeah, and Patterson is Kate. Maybe not. Patterson might be registered in this course.
Or is everybody here?
And there's a card here that says Patterson for last name. That could be Kate's last name in the last
Oh yeah,
class.
that's Kate.
Okay.
That's Kate.
So Kate forgot a card here. Yeah, everybody's here. We're good. We got 12. Except Barb. That Barb person is not here. Okay, everybody, come on in, please. Come on in. This center court. I want everybody inside the outside green lines of this court so you can hear me, please. All right, my name is Coach. I'm the lead coach today. This is Coach Angela. She's helping me today. We're both level 2 instructors with Pickleball Canada. We're here today to teach you the rules of pickleball. There's an 85-page rule book. I'm not going to get into all 85 pages today. We're going to do the headlines from about 10 pages, right? By the end of today, you'll know enough that you can come to A103 and play some games and learn a little bit more. So today we're just going to focus on the key rules, the most important rules to start you playing at the beginner level. And then when you come to 103, you'll get to practice the skills that you learned in 102 and the skills that you learned in 101 and the rules that you learned in 102. And you'll actually be able to play some games following the rules and you'll be able to put it all together. Does that make sense? Does everybody understand? Or does anybody have any questions? Is that a question, Brenda? No? You're just hot? Okay. How many people here have not taken 101? Okay, so you're going to want to sign up for 101 at some point. 101 and 102 are required if you want to play here. I mean, you don't have to if you're not playing here, but if you're playing here in our beginner program, you need 101 and 102. How many people here are already signed up for 103? Awesome. Is anybody here planning, or has anybody here already done 103? You guys did it in reverse order, right? 103, then 102? Exactly, yeah. Okay, so our 3 programs are 101, 102, 103. 101 is skills, 102 is rules, 103 is putting it all together. We call it additional practice for beginners. Gives you a chance to play some practice games before you head out and start playing real games. Any questions about 101, 102, or 103? All right, I want to tell all of you that I'm developing a migraine. When I get a migraine, I forget names. So if I start forgetting names and I start acting weird, don't be alarmed. Just let her know. She knows what to do. Okay? Shouldn't happen. Yeah. Yes. She doesn't like, Angela doesn't like that. Okay. All right. So we're going to start off by going back to the baseline and serving back and forth for a few minutes. Then we're going to come in and we're going to talk about it, and then we're going to turn it into a game. But for now, I just want everybody to back up to the baseline and serve diagonally. We'll pass out some extra balls. So you're going to serve diagonally with the person diagonal from you. Just serve and catch, back and forth, serve and catch. Not serve and hit. Serve, catch, serve, catch, serve, catch. Back and forth diagonally. That'll give us time to assess whether or not anybody in the room needs some help with their serve. All right, does everybody understand what we're doing? Okay, let's go do that. You're going to back all the way up to the baseline. If you need a ball, each team should have one ball. You need a ball, Sylvia? That is the baseline, the very back line. The very back line. There you go. Yep, that's the line. Yep. Oh, hit a dot. Nicely done. Good. Good serve. Oh, nice try. All right, I'm just going to slip in front of you, Sylvia. Give me 1 second. Here we are. Okay, go ahead. Good job. You need a ball, Nancy? So you want to cross the blue line, Jay. Get it across the blue line, okay? Go ahead, Joel. Awesome. Good serve. Go ahead. Good job. Across the blue line. Here you go. Good job. Across the blue line. Try again. So, what's the name again? Joanne? Joanne? Okay. Let's try again, Joanne. Good job. That was great. Awesome. Nice, Tim. Good job. Good job. Is it Jim? Al. Okay. Al, give me 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Watch the ball behind you there, Margaret. All right, everybody, come on in, please. Come on into the court again. Come right onto the court. That way you're hearing me, not my echo. Okay, so that's awesome. Everybody understands that we're serving diagonally. We want to cross the center line. We want to keep it inside the court if we can. We want to cross the blue line. So on the serve, remember that the blue line is out, but all of the lines are in. So if I'm serving diagonally from this court to this court and my ball hits the center line, it's still in. But if my ball hits the blue line, it's out. If my ball hits the very outside sideline, is it in or out? Correct. What about the baseline? In or out? Correct. Okay. That's what we're trying to do. Jane knows. Okay. Sorry, Joanne knows. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do with our serves. So we're going to play a little game now. We're just going to have one ball per court. You guys are going to play as teams. You're going to serve. If your serve is in, that's going to be a point for you. We're not going to count the points, but that's a good result for you. And then you get to serve again, but you change sides. And then you serve again. And if it's in again, you get to change sides again. If you get 3 in a row in, that's fine. The ball's going to cross the net to the other team. Okay? So each time you get a successful serve in, you're going to switch sides and you're going to serve from the other side. If you miss your serve, right, it's your turn, you're serving, and it's out, and your partner hasn't served yet, you're going to give the ball to your partner, and they're going to serve from whatever side they're on. Okay? And they'll do exactly the same thing. They'll serve until they miss, and then the ball will change sides to the other team. Okay? Is everybody clear on that? You might get a little confused. That's okay. There's going to be 2 instructors. One will be right there. One will be right there. You can talk to one of us. Outside green lines, we're using the full court. Yeah, full court. That's a good question. Other questions? Okay, let's go do that.
Serving and catching, right?
Sorry?
Are we serving and then catching?
Yeah, we're just going to serve and catch. Serve and catch. Yeah. 3 successful, or if you fail, then we're going to stop. So 1 ball per court. So the person in that corner will serve. So it's going to be Al serving. It's going to be Joanne serving. And Joel. Joel. Jürgen, give Joel the ball, please. He's going to serve. Joel. Noel. Noel? No, I was calling you Joel. Sorry. Is it Noel or Noel? Noel? Okay, Noel's going to serve. You can serve from back there, sir. So is it in? Okay, good job. Oh, from behind the baseline, outside of the court. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, from behind the green line somewhere. That's okay. Serve and catch. Serve and catch. That was a good serve. One more time. So once they've done...
Just this side is serving?
Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
Just right now. So they each...
Catching it and throwing it back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, each player gets 3 successful serves. If they fail, then it goes to the next person. Okay, so you had 3 successful serves. Good job. So now you're going to try 3. Good. That was in. In. Good job. One more. Out. Okay, so that one wasn't good. So now we have a side out. Kayla's going to serve. Did you guys each get 3 serves? Yeah. You guys each got 3 serves? Okay, and you didn't? I didn't. Oh, okay, your first one was out? Okay.
She's done 3 or 4 in now, like switch sides.
Should be 3. 1, 2, 3, and then the ball passes over to Jay. After every successful serve, you switch sides.
Yeah, so then we're doing just 3 and then it passes to the
Then
other.
it passes to the other
That
side.
person gets to keep serving.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Okay, so did you take 3 successful serves? 2? 1, and last one didn't work? Okay, that's good. That's good. That's a success. So switch sides. Good job. That's 2. Switch sides. Oh, nice try. Oh, no, that was in though. It worked. Good. Okay, everybody, let's pause and come on in. Come on in. Come on in. All right. So, while I'm talking, I'm going to ask everybody to keep the side conversations to a minimum. Please, that helps me, and it helps everybody else in the class too. So we've just done serving. It went well. You guys are awesome. Now we're going to do a serve with a return. So we're only hitting 2 shots, maximum. If the serve is out, do we return it? No. If the serve is in, do we return it? Yes. Okay, so we're going to do a serve, return, catch. Every time we have a successful, okay, how are we going to do this? If the return is successful, the server will lose their serve. Right? So if the serve is in and the return is successful, the server loses their serve. So it'll pass to the next person. But if they serve and it's not returned, they get to keep serving. All right. That might be Barb. All right, any questions about that? Okay, let's try that. We're going to keep switching sides if our serve is successful. Maximum of 3 still. Out. Okay, so you've lost your serve, so it's not going to go to your partner. Good. Out. Okay, so you've lost your serve. It's now a side out, so Noelle is going to serve. All right, you guys on track? And that's it. Was that in? Okay. You won because she didn't return your serve, so you get to serve again. Out. You won again, so you get to serve again. Yeah. Okay, so then you lose. He wins, so he gets to serve again. So if you won the serve, you switch sides and you get to serve again. Maximum of 3, Noelle. Maximum of 3. Oh, okay. You guys won that one. You guys won that one. So that's side out now. Perfect. Was it Barb? Out. Okay, so you've lost your serve. Is that side out? You've already served, so that's side out, so now you're going to serve. In and return. Okay, so you lose your serve, now it's going to be her serve. Exactly. So Barb is here? Yes. Okay. Where's Barb? Where is Barb? You know where she is? You know where Barb is? Oh, there she is. Hi there.
I messed up the time.
That's okay.
Sorry.
So I'll give you a choice. We're already partway through this class.
Yeah.
Do you want to stay or do you want to just be moved into the next section?
I'll just stay.
You stay? Okay, I'm giving you an option. All right, Tim and Margaret.
So
we're going to make this work. You and Barb can just keep rotating. Stay close to Barb. Or sorry, Margaret.
Yeah.
Keep rotating. Okay?
Yeah.
You guys keep rotating. Barb, you're over there. Okay? You're going to step in there. Okay, everybody, come on in, please. All right, at the start of every pickleball, come on in. Barb doesn't hear very well, so you're going to want to speak up. I think Coach Ungle is going to talk to you, Barb. Okay. All right, so we've been working on serve and return. So and we've been working on rotating the servers. Anybody have any questions?
So, as a partnership, you're sitting in this court, right? So I served and I did, and it was returned. So I had serves. So then is it my partner's turn to then?
Yeah, well, just for this drill, we've been practicing, okay? In a game, it doesn't work quite that way.
No, it's the drill. It's not actually.
Yeah, well, it's some of the rules. It's some of the rules. Okay, so we got the concept down of when you succeed on your serve, if you guys win the rally, then you switch sides and you continue. That's how a game is played. So if Angela and I are partners and we're playing a game, I serve until we lose a rally. And then I lose my serve goes to my partner. And then she serves and keeps serving, keeps switching sides until she loses a rally. Then the ball crosses the net and goes to the other team. The side out that we practiced in, I guess we didn't. This is 102. This is where we practice it. That's called a side out. And then the other team starts serving. They get 2 chances to serve. Once both of those players have lost their serve, ball comes back over to the other side. That's called a side out. So that's what we're practicing right now is side outs. Okay? We're going to go back and we're going to try and play little rallies now. So we're going to play out the rally. Okay? So we're going to serve, return, and then we're going to keep playing until the rally ends. Everybody understand what a rally is? Okay, a rally starts with a serve, ends with a ball that's hit out or hit into the net or bounces twice on the court. Okay, we're going to try and play a little rally. And as we play that rally, stuff is going to come up and we're going to get a little deeper into the rules. Okay, I want to get everybody accustomed to the whole concept of the server switching and the concept of side outs. That's really what we're working on right now. We're working on side outs. Okay? All right, so at the end of the next 5 or 10 minutes, we should all know what a side out is. Any questions before we go do that? Okay, let's go practice our side outs. Do you understand what we're doing, Nancy?
Yes, I do.
Okay, awesome, good stuff. Okay, Noel can serve. Good, that's in. There we go. You want a point. Okay, so switch sides. Noel keeps serving. There we go. In. Oh, it was in. It landed on the line. Yeah, it landed on the line, so it was in. Yeah. It's okay. So now it's going to be your serve. Behind the green line. Yep. Job. Okay. Awesome. So you volleyed that from in front of the blue line, which is a fault in pickleball.
Oh,
but we'll get to that. If you hit a ball out of the air, you have to be behind the blue line. And there's more to it than that, but we'll get to it in a minute. Take it. Oops. Out. The person on the right serves. Yeah, good question. Good, that was in. Good serve. That's a point for you. Here we go. All right. Okay, so now what do we have? Have you served yet? Okay, so now what do we have? Now what happens? Side out, exactly. That's what we're working on, yep.
What is my question? So she's serving first.
Yep. There, you serve first.
We start there. Oh, yeah, I serve
First on the right.
She has to move to the right to serve.
No.
Or so she can serve. If she was here, she can serve.
Yeah.
And then just serve.
Yep. Okay, everybody, come on in, please. Come on in. Come on in. All right, in 1 minute, as soon as I'm done talking, we're going to be doing a rotation. So when we go back to our court, each team is going to slide one court clockwise in the room. Each team, not an individual, each team. Okay? So we'll do that in a minute. Now, on the serve, there's a side out. So both people get an opportunity to serve. Then there's a side out once they both lost their serve. Who serves? The player on the right or the player on the left? Player on the right. Okay, yep, as long as everybody understands that. I didn't clarify that, but that's who serves. Always the player on the right. When the ball comes over the net on a side out, the player on the right serves first. Okay, so we're going to practice a few more minutes of side out, but first we're going to rotate. So if you were on that court, you're going to be on that court. If you were here, you're going to go there. If you were there, you're going there. If you're there, you're going here. If you're here, you're going there. If you're there, you're going there. And then move, slide one court over. Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. Okay, you can serve. We'll start over. Yep, as a team. I'll get to that. Don't worry about it. We'll get to that. That's coming up. That's coming up. Right now we're just working on side out. Nice. That was in. Who's in? Let's try. Here's serve again. Oh, nice try. There we go. Is that a side out? All right, everybody, come on in, please. Come on in. You're going to get your steps in today. All right, so every pickleball rally starts with 2 bounces. So it goes serve bounce, return bounce, and then and only then are you allowed to hit it out of the air. If you volley, you hit a ball out of the air, before the 2 bounces, it's a fault, and your team, your side loses. That's the thing we're going to practice next. So we're still working on side outs. We're going to work on 2 bounces, right? So I want everybody to count the first 2 bounces. So there's going to be a serve. As the ball bounces, you're going to say 1. It's going to come back. As the ball bounces, you're going to say number 2. We're going to demonstrate that right now. Can I borrow your paddle? Okay, thanks. We'll demonstrate that right now. All right, you want to serve? Oops. Sorry, Barb. Sorry about that. Almost took Barb out. I'm going to get you to step aside a little bit. Okay, so you can serve to me, Coach. I know. 2. Okay, so we're going to do this again. Are we ready? 1, 2, and then we can volley. Okay, so that's all we're doing right now is counting 1 and 2. I want to hear all 4 players on the court counting out loud. Here's your paddle, Jay. All right, you guys have a ball? You got a ball? Okay. You got a ball? You got a ball, Jay? Okay, Jay's going to serve. 1. Okay, your serve. Oh, not quite. I'll take that, Jay. All right, that's a side out. One, 2. Now it's okay to volley. Yep. Okay. So loss of serve. Loss of serve. One, 2. Good rally. One, 2. Good. You win again, so change sides. 2. Oh, nice try. Who served? Okay. One, 2. So was that serve in? It bounced right there. Was it in?
Nope.
No, it wasn't. Okay, that's okay. Okay, everybody, come on in. Come on in, please. Okay, in a few minutes. In a few minutes, we're going to take our first water break. Any questions about the 2 bounce rule that we just covered? All right. So you have to bounce. Yes, question.
The question I had was, can you volley in the kitchen anytime?
No, I'm getting to that right now.
That was the question.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so that's the next topic. So good time to raise it. Okay. Can I borrow your paddle for a second? Can I borrow a ball? Somebody have a ball? There we are. Thank you. Oh, I'll take that one. Thanks, Noel. Okay. This is a ground stroke. The ball hits the ground, and then I stroke it. Ground, stroke. Ground, stroke. A volley, I hit before it hits the ground. So there is no ground stroke. There's just volley. There's just stroke. Okay? Everybody understand that? Okay. So I can volley after the first two balls. So the first one is a ground stroke. Second one is a ground stroke. That's what we're just counting, right? 1, 2. Then I can hit it out of the air. I'm allowed to hit out of the air. Everywhere on the court except in the no volley zone. So from the blue line to the net is called the no volley zone. I'm not allowed to volley in this zone. I can hit a ground stroke in this zone. This is fine. Right? I can have my foot in as long as it hits the ground. Right? I can hit a ground stroke. Right? Give me a really short one. Okay. So all this is fine. I can stand outside and reach over top. Give me a volley. I can reach over top. That's fine. Oops. But I cannot volley if any part of my body is touching any part of the ground inside the no volley zone. Or if I volley, and then step in, right? Because if that was the case, I could reach in, hit a ball, and then fall into the kitchen. Cannot, right? So I'm not allowed to volley, and I'm not allowed to, volley and step in, right? So if I was going to volley and then step in, also a fault. Everybody understand that? So on a ground stroke, anytime. Yeah, on a volley, you cannot touch the ground. You can cross the line. I'm across the line. My feet can't. I can't touch the ground, right? Even if I'm Noel, and my hat falls off after I hit a volley, it's also a fault. Okay, so this is called the no volley zone. That's what we're going to work on next. We're going to go back and we're going to do our 1-2 bounce rule. And then I want people to try and hit volleys. Try and hit some balls out of the air. Just make sure you're not in the no volley zone, right? So we're going to watch every time somebody hits a ball out of the air, where are they standing, right? If they're in the no volley zone, we're going to call a fault. Everybody understand that? Okay, we're going to do that for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then we're going to have a water break. Whose ball was this? Is this yours? Is yours? Okay. That would have been a good one to volley. You should have volleyed that one. You can volley above, yeah. Yeah, underneath too, yeah. Migrate. It's getting there. It's getting better. Getting better. Oh, nice try. That was very close, Joanne. Good volley. Oh, that would be a fault. That would be a fault. Okay, so do you understand why it would have been a fault? Because you hit it out of the air and then you went into the no volley zone.
Yeah, walked right in.
Yeah. All right, everybody, come on in, please. Come on in. All right, so we had our first, the first one that I saw anyway was a no volley zone fault. Jay hit a beautiful volley, but then his forward momentum carried him into the no volley zone, which is a fault, right?
Who did that?
Jay.
Well, we had an accident over here too.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody, I'm not going to mention his name.
Okay.
Volleyed it, before the 2000s.
Tim.
He was a nice volley. We gave him a pass.
Okay.
Next time we're going to scream at him. We'll let it go this time.
The fault twins. The faulty twins. Okay. Awesome. So we're ready after the water break to start adding some scores to what we're doing. All right, so we're going to have a water break, and then we're going to have a discussion in the lobby where it's a little easier for us to hear. So go have a drink. We'll take a few minutes, and then we'll all gather in the lobby and have a little meeting. All right? Come on out. I got the door. We're all going to kind of gather in the lobby here in a circle, and we'll have a chat until everybody's done in the washroom. Anybody have any questions about pickleball in general, or pickleball here at the center, or anything? Anything at all? Sorry?
Does it go all summer indoors?
If you had asked me that question 2 weeks ago, I would have said yes. But my understanding is that's not going to happen this year. So most of our players here will be playing at Wood Creek or Oak Ridge, which are the two outdoor facilities north and south of us. I don't think there's going to be programming here this summer, but that could change. So keep your eye on the website. I was under the impression that we were going to have a full series of drop-ins all summer long, but that was changed at the last minute. So.
Will you still have lessons?
Lessons will happen, yeah. So, so here at the center we have clinics and we have training groups. If you're a member here, you can get into our clinics. Clinics are lessons, but they're practices. So they're So they're a lot less. So less than the clinic is 25 bucks. If you're a member here and you do it through a training group, it's 16. So you're saving 9 bucks per lesson, which is a lot. Through our, if you're a member here at the center. So, yep, they're called training groups. So we have training groups for beginners, novice, intermediate, advanced, and high performance. So most of you would join either in the beginner or the novice group, and train with other beginners. Training groups are awesome because if you're the kind of person who likes to practice, you need somebody to practice with. And I find maybe 3 in 10 pickleball players really want to practice. So if there's 10 people in a room, that means you don't have enough for a court of practice because you really need 4. So if you become part of a training group of 20 to 30 players, there's always enough people around to find partners to practice with. That's what our training groups are all about. They're for people who are serious about developing. They either want to get better because they want to beat their husband or their wife, or they get better because they want to beat their friend, or they want to play in tournaments, or they want to get up to a level where they can play with a group of their friends. That's what training groups are all about. Other questions?
And people who don't live in a community by
Yes, absolutely. Yep. You just need, it's 15 bucks for the year, and then your ball fee, which depending on your level is either $15 or $25. Your ball fee just covers your balls for the year. Yeah, there's no loaners here. You're going to want to get your own if you're coming regularly, but you can. There's always loaners here. So, good. So in the winter, when we have our drop-in programs running, you just come as a single and people match you up. There's a rack right behind you that helps organize the players, and the winners come off, they put their paddles in the winner's holes, and the losers put their paddles in the loser hole, and then when you get 4 losers, you go out and play. When you get 4 winners, you go out and play. Because every match, there's 2 winners and 2 losers, right? Even if the 4 best players are playing, there's 2 losers. If the 4 worst players are playing, there's 2 winners, right? So anyway, that's... Yeah, we call them almost. There's winners and almost winners. Some places call them gold and silver, but whatever.
And we call the winners cheaters.
All right, good questions. Other questions? So if you go to Wood Creek or Oak Ridge, if you go to drop in there, same system. So you don't have to. If you're a single and you don't have somebody to play with, you don't have to have a group of people to play with. If you have a group of people to play with, you can rent a court at Oak Ridge, or you can rent a court at Wood Creek, and you can play outside, or you can go to a city court free and you can play outside.
They should have a Tinder for pickleball.
They kind of do. There's like 7 or 8 of them. Yeah. I don't think there's any swiping involved, but there's matching services online for pickleball players.
Really?
Yeah, even the city of Calgary has one. It's called City of Calgary Play. So, all right. Other questions? Yep.
We don't live in this area, but if we wanted to play, do you just show up at the court?
You're talking about the outdoor courts? Yeah. So if you want to play at Wood, you don't need to live in Wood Creek to be a member. You don't need to live in Oak Ridge to be a member. You need to buy a membership though, and then you just show up at drop-in. And they have drop-in for beginner, novice, intermediate, and advanced. So whatever level.
So every section area has their own rules. So I'd have to check where we live.
Yes, if your community might have organized pickleball, and you'd have to talk to them and find out, or a nearby community, and find out what their specific membership rules are. Yep, you're welcome. Good question. Sure, other people were asking that, thinking the same thing.
selfish question. Does anybody have any contact solutions with them?
Can I last year on?
I got something.
Oh no.
If not, that's okay. Just that.
Well, you're going to be easy to beat today.
Okay. Other questions? Okay, so we're going to go back in the room now, and we're going to start to play a game. We're going to learn what points are, but we're not going to keep score just yet. We're about 15 minutes away from keeping score. So when your team serves and you win the rally on your serve, you get a point. So we're just going to say point. And then we're going to change sides, and we're going to serve again. And if we win that rally while we're serving, we say point. But if we lose that rally, then the serve is going to pass to our partner, right? And we're going to say second serve. So we're going to say point or second serve. After the second server loses their rally, what happens? Side out, right? New server coming in, they serve, they win, point, right? They serve again, they lose, second server. They serve again, they lose, side out. Okay, so we're going to practice those three calls: point, second serve, and side out. It's important for you to track the game to know what's happening. So you need to know whether it was a point, whether it's a second serve or side out. Those are the three most important calls other than out in pickleball. Okay? Out just means the ball's out. Okay, so we're going to go in the room, we're going to practice that. We're going to do a team shift again. Right? We're going to shift one. Actually, no, we're not. We're just going to mix everybody up. Okay, so I'm going to give you a number. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait a minute. How many courts do I have? 3 courts. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. And whoever's in the bathroom is 3. Okay. Joanne, you're at 3. You get it fixed? No, I'm sorry. Okay. Court 1 is that court. Court 2 is in the middle. Court 3 is at this end. So go to the court with your number on it.
Yeah, sorry. I usually bring a bag with stuff in it, and I didn't. Okay, court 3 is
I think there's a drugstore. You're 3, so you're going to be on this court. There might be a drugstore across the street.
I'll see how it is.
Okay. Yeah, this is 3. This is 2. Okay, remember, we're learning. Point, second serve, side out. Point, second serve, side out. That's what we're practicing. Okay, what happens there? No, you weren't serving. You can only get a point in your serve. She served, right? Second serve. Side out. Second serve. Come right in. You can stand in this little cubby right here. There we go. I'm sorry. Please don't move my equipment.
You can't say that. You can't. No, do not do that. You're a prick. As soon as I walked in. Okay, walk away.
Is that a point? Who served? So that's second serve.
Doing second serve, you have to serve from the right.
No, they serve from wherever they are.
Oh, serve from wherever. Oh yeah, I did serve. She served from over that top. Okay, she served to Brenda. Yeah.
The trouble when you get older, you sort of
Exactly. Point. Oh, you guys are rotating?
Yes.
Okay. What's that?
We have a system.
Good. Is it in? No, it was out. It was out, Noel. It was out. Oh, nice. Oh! Okay? Right side always serves, yep. Good. Okay, pause. I'm going to take Noel and Robin, and these 4 players, I want you to go right over to that wall. Just go right next to that wall. Everybody else, I want you to go over to that wall. Everybody else, just go over to that wall for a second. Okay, I want you guys to come up to this line right here, but close to the net. Come right up in here, right up in here, right up in here, close to the net. Close to the net. Actually, come to this side. Come to this side. Come to this line right here. Right, all of you right here. Okay, awesome. I want you to stay right there. Nobody move. Okay, come on over. I want all of you guys on this black line on this side of the net, right in here, real close together. Real close together. Right on. Okay. So, calling balls in and out. The rules say that you can only call a ball out if you can see a space between the ball and the line. Okay? You can only call a ball out if you can see a space between the ball and the line. Don't say anything. Not a word. Is that ball in or out? Is that ball in or out? In or out? You're both right. Because from your point of view, you can't see a gap between the ball and the line, right? So you've made the right call. You guys can see a gap between the ball and the line. You've made the right call. Come around to this side and look at this ball. Okay. So you can see a gap if you're on this side. You can't see it on this side. You have a duty to call what you see. You have a duty to call what you see. So if Uncle and I are playing and we have different perspectives on the ball, I might see it out, she might see it in. I have to call what I see. She has to call what she sees. If we disagree, which is going to happen in pickleball, we have to make the call that benefits the team on the other side of the net. Right? We cannot make a call that benefits ourselves. We have to right? Have to make their call. If we didn't see what happened, if neither one of us was looking and the ball hit the ground, we have to call it for the other team. You can only call something out if you can see the gap between the line and the ball. If you didn't see it, it means you couldn't see the gap. You didn't know whether there was a gap there or not, right? So in pickleball, we are responsible for calling the lines on our side of the net, right? We have to call what we see. Whether it helps us or hurts us, we have to call what we see, okay? The other team has the same obligation. They have to call what they see. And you can't call somebody a cheater for calling something wrong, right? Because you don't know what they saw or didn't see. So we just have to accept it. Now, you want to be fair, right? There are people who cheat. You'll run into them. But don't assume that everybody who makes a bad call is cheating, okay? Because 99% of the people who are making calls they're calling what they see, right? You might have seen something else, but they have an obligation to call what they see. Any questions about that? In a tournament, in a final, a big tournament, a big final with TV cameras or a national ranking, there might be line judges. In the semifinals, probably not. In the quarterfinals, probably not. In all the matches leading up to that, probably not. Pickleball is very much about calling lines on your side. Okay? In local tournaments, you will almost never see line judges. You might get a referee who does the kitchen, but rarely will you see line judges. Okay? On TV, you'll see line judges, but you need to call your own lines. Okay? There was another point I was going to make about this. Okay?
There are cheaters. There are cheaters as well. It's not just that they didn't get it right. There are cheaters. And if you become a cheater, everybody will label you a cheater, so don't cheat.
Yeah. Word gets around.
Everybody goes, Sally. Sally always says that. Watch Sally. Sally always calls it her. She does, right? Like, you get pegged really fast. So be honest. You go to pickleball.
Awesome. Okay, so we're going to go back and we're going to start to keep score now. Okay, so point is now a point for your team, right? So at the start of the game, it's 0-0, but you'll hear them call 3 scores in pickleball. They'll say 0-0-1, 0-0-2, 5-7-1, 5-7-2. The third number is the server number 1 or server number 2. Right? The first person to start serving is going to be on a side. After a side out is server number 1. Right? So if you get the ball back, so if you start the game, if I start the game on the right side of the court, that means that whenever our score is even, I'm going to be on the right side of the court. And whenever our score is odd, I'm going to be on the left side of the court. Okay? So when the ball comes over to this side of the net, I might be server number 1 or server number 2, depending when the score is. So just because I start the game here doesn't mean I'm always going to be server number 1. I'm server number 1 if I'm on the right when the ball crosses the net. If I'm on the left when the ball crosses the net, when my team gets a side out, then I'm going to be server number 2. So some people get confused. They say, well, I was server number 1 at the beginning of the game. Yeah, you were. And you're going to be server number 1 every time your score is even. But when your score is odd, you might be server number 2 if the ball comes over when your score is odd. Everybody understand that? Okay. So where we were saying point now, we're going to say point, and then we're going to add 1 to our score. I noticed you didn't quite get that. You were smiling about that? So 0-0. So normally at the start of the game, so the first server would be 0-0-1. But of course, this is pickleball, so there's a wrinkle. But we'll get to that wrinkle in a minute. We're just going to start with 0-0-1, okay? We start with 0-0-1, and we're going to practice keeping score and serving and doing our side outs. I still want you to remember point, second serve, and side out. I want you to make those 3 calls. Now we're going to add the score to it. Okay? Let's go back to where we were and start playing at 0-0-1. So we'll...
Do they know the order?
I don't know.
Yours, mine.
Oh, yeah, I didn't do that, did I?
Yours, mine.
Okay. Pause 1 second. So when you're called, pause 1 second. Jay, pause 1 second. I know you don't hear very well. Okay, pause 1 second. Wait. Yeah, just wait. Okay, so when you call the score, you're going to call your team's score first, and then the other team's score. So if your team is serving, right, you're going to call your team's score first, and then the other team's score. Everybody understand that? Yes? Okay. Did you hear that, Jay?
So
You're going to call your team's score first, and then their score.
0-0-1.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yep. Good. Somebody's played some tennis.
Does it become 0-0-1?
Oh,
No, so now it's 1-0-1. Yeah.
So it's now 1-0-1.
0,
1.
1. You're the first one.
Yeah.
But you made a point, so the first thing you say is your score. And it must be 1, 0, 0.
Good. Point. She served. That was a point. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Loss of serve. Yeah, so second serve. That was in, so it was a second serve now. So you lost your serve. It's Noel's serve. Yeah, correct.
We have 2 points.
Okay.
So we're 2-0-1.
2-0-1 still. Yep. Yep. In the middle? We'll deal with that at 103. That was in. So we'll deal with this in 103, but right now your serve's illegal. So keep your serve.
They're
Yeah.
be underhand?
Underhand, yeah. No, you did fine. It didn't cross the net though, did it? I don't. Was that second? Yeah. I didn't see it, so you guys will have to decide. Out. Side out. Side out. What is your score? Yep. So 0, 5, 1. That's okay. serve. One, 5-2. Point. Exactly. Good work. Out. Side out. Oh, they had 11?
Oh, we got one.
But they're at 11? Oh, 11. Game ends at 11. Everybody, come on in, please. Okay. Come on in. How many teams got more than 5 points? How many teams got more than 10 points? Did any teams get more than 10 points? How many points did you get? How many points did you get? Okay, the game ends at 11, so you won. All right, that's awesome. Well, here's the funny thing. Noel's serve was illegal for most of that game, so he was cheating. It's okay. Hey. You got to serve underhand, yeah. He was serving up. But that's okay. We're going to forgive that today because he didn't know. He was acting in good faith. So in 103, I'll get to you in a second. In 103, we're going to go through all of that. I don't want to get lost in those detailed rules today. Today we're really here to learn the basics, how to keep score, how to get the ball in play. 103, we'll actually practice playing full games, and we'll get into where should I stand on the serve return, how is my serve, is it legal, illegal, that kind of stuff. So can you hear me, Barb? You can hear me? Okay.
Are you making a point?
You're safe.
No, I was in the kitchen. The ball in the kitchen.
Not one woman has done that.
I have a question.
Yep.
Is it one game to 11 done, or do you play in a pickleball game?
So if you go to drop in, you'll play one game to 11. Some places you only play till 9. Some places you'll play to 15. But the official rules are 11.
And that's it?
Yeah, and then you'll end the game. You'll come off the court, and then you'll get new partners or new partner and new opposition, and you'll go out and you play another game to 11. And then you'll come off, and then things will mix around. And then you go out and you play another game to 11. Does everybody understand that? That's how drop-in works. Drop-in, you might play 8 games. Depends how long your drop-in session is. Now, in a tournament, you're going to either play best of 3 or best of 5. Best of 3 is most common, right? But some tournaments are best of 5.
This you say if you're serving, even is always on the score 0-2.
Depends how you are when you start the game. So if you start the game and you're on the right, you're always going to be on the right when the score is even, because 0 is an even number. right? If you start the game on the left, you're always going to be on the left. No, but there's two partners. So if Margaret starts the game on the right and I start on the left, right? She's always going to be on the right when our score is even. When we get a point, she's going to come over here. I'm going to come over here. So now our score is odd. She's going to be standing on the left side. Right? Now we get another point. Now we get another point. We switch sides again. Our score is 2. So she's on the right. So she's always on the right when it's even. She's always on the left when it's odd. I'm the opposite. Yep. Yep. Jay, we're going to recover all of that in 103. We're going to recover all of that in 103. So when you guys come to 103, you can take it again if you want. Yeah, so everybody, 101, 102, 103 are not necessarily a sequence. You can take them in any order. You can take them multiple times. I have many students take them multiple times. Take them as often as you want. It's a good way to get to know the rules and work on your skills.
But we should join for surveillance cost $9.
No, the A101, 101, 102, 103 are always $25. Always.
So the main point is, after a side out, right side serves.
Yeah, the person. Yeah, when there's a side out and the ball comes over the net to your team, the person on the right will always start serving.
So regardless of knowing whether you're even score or whatever, you don't have to think about that. Just know side out, right side serves.
Yeah. All good questions. Any more questions?
I thought you were going to say something.
No, Margaret told me that I get confused by that lingo as well because I get confused by lingo. So in this scenario, Margaret is the initial server of the entire game, right? And then we go server 1, server 2, server 1, server 2. She is always going to be the initial server of the entire game, no matter wherever you are. She's going to be the initial. So she was the initial server.
Called the starting server.
That's not how we were just playing it. We were playing that whoever was in the right after a side out served. And it's sometimes Jason.
Yeah, but the person who starts the game. So there's a difference between the starting server of the game and the starting server after a side out. The starting server of the game might not be the starting server after a side out. Yes, you do, because, and again, that we'll cover that in 103, but you don't need to know it today. It'll just create confusion today. Okay, other questions? Okay, I think we're done, right? We're done. This class is done at 5 minutes. Okay. So if there's no other questions, I'm going to remind everybody to take home everything that you brought with you. Because every time I teach a lesson, somebody leaves something behind. Every single time. Yeah. I hope that this will be the first group ever in my 30 years of teaching in which everybody takes home everything that they brought with them. But if you didn't, don't worry. There's a lost and found here. You can come back and look for it. All right. Yeah, don't do that, Jay. All right, it was nice to meet you all. Have a great weekend. Sorry?
Take care of that.
Yeah, it's gone. My wife brought me a second migraine pill, so I'm fine.
I've never suffered from it, but several friends I have.
Yeah.